Call Lembit 0800 756 1111 or text Kent to 81333. Lembit Opik.
BBC Radio Kent.
Let's get back to your story, Kay.
So, heartbreaking story really about the Sheikh's daughter in Dubai. Basically, the daughter called the UK police for help 17 years after her kidnap and mistreatment. And
17 years.
Yeah. And basically, there basically calls for an investigation into Cambridgeshire Force because apparently they knew all about this but decided not to take it forward. And I don't know if anyone's seen in the news, but one of the other daughters, actually Princess Latifa, has disappeared, and there are grave concerns as to what has actually happened to her. But there was a history of beating and maltreatment, torture, and she eventually tried to escape the UAE again, but her father, the allegation is that the father facilitated this and brought her back to Dubai, and there are concerns for her future. But I think it's just that it brings it back here because the Cambridgeshire Force had a chance to actually do something about it and didn't.
Right, do you know this story?
I do know this story very well. Yeah, Princess Latifa was on a boat, wasn't she? This was the second time she'd escaped. The first time she escaped, she was kidnapped and taken back to Dubai. And I think about 18 years later, she managed to escape again on this boat.
So she was there for 17 or 18 years?
Yeah, and she wasn't seen in public ever. And her other sister has not been seen for 2 decades.
Her other sister wasn't seen, but she began to have a bit of a normal life. She was doing things like skydiving, but she said, the kind of outward look of Dubai and all this, wonderful housing and on the surface, superficially, it looks fantastic. But she said the oppression underneath it is extreme, and women are treated so badly. They are what she said on her video letter before she disappeared was that women are really just the property of their fathers or their husbands, and basically they can do anything to them without any fear of retribution. And she said, if you see this video, there's probably something awful's happened to me, because she's literally disappeared off the face of the earth. Nobody can find her. Everyone's saying, oh no, she's fine, she's in Dubai, but there's no pictures of her. She's literally disappeared. And the first time she was abducted, she was tortured and kept in a darkened room for days and days at a time, beaten by these people, and she didn't even know what time of day it was. Her sister was drugged. There's all kinds of horrendous things.
Her sister was drugged.
Yes.
And bundled into a car by armed guards.
Indeed.
And then kidnapped and taken back to Dubai.
So Latifa, Princess Latifa, was taken off this yacht, abducted by commandos. And the big story is that she thought, because she was already in Indian waters, that she was safe. She tried to claim asylum. That was the plan. And in fact, what happened was there was seemingly collusion between the UAE and India because of strategic, power that was required, and she was taken back.
Why?
Because they didn't want her to escape. She has a wonderful life here.
He has 25 children by 6 wives, and he likes to control every single one of them. And the reason this has come up again in court is because his wife has left him with 2 younger children, and she's trying to get help for asylum and trying to actually not be kidnapped with her children and taken back to Dubai, which is what she believes will happen if she doesn't get the protection of the British authorities.
Yeah.
So that has come up in court, and the court found that the stories of the kidnapping were, they believed, true.
And this video, how did this come out? The one which goes, if you've seen this, something bad's happened to me.
Yes, it was actually a documentary, a BBC documentary the other day. But she had made this film because she said, if you're seeing this, I will make it because I'm not sure what my future is going to be. If you see it, it means something probably bad has happened to me. And she gave it out to various people, friends, trusted people, before she made her escape attempt. from Dubai. It just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's Dubai. You know, people go there for holidays, but there's all this underneath the surface.
On 104.2 FM in Dungeness, Herne Bay and Folkestone.
And across West Kent on 96.7 FM. This is BBC Radio Kent.